Millennials Talk That Ish. As y'all know, I am Monet.
And I'm Nia.
Before we get straight into it, I just want to say we support the LGBTQ community fully.
But remember that people are allowed to have preferences.
Yes.
So please do not be offended by anyone's preference in this video on this topic that we are discussing today.
Yes. So today's topic is us as heterosexual women, will we date a bisexual man?
Right.
Nia, you gonna start.
Okay, so I've had this conversation with my cousin Keita 1,000 times.
Okay.
And I can say I've definitely grown. Because before it used to be like, right? Now I don't want to say I will, because I would be lying to you. But I don't want to say that I'm totally against it. So I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle because I still have a piece of ignorance that I'm still growing from. And my piece of ignorance is the thought process of that. Are you getting penetrated? Are you doing the penetration? Because I don't know why that matters to me. It's kind of like I don't want to date you if you're being penetrated. And no, it doesn't make you less than a man or anything of that nature. It's just I feel like I'm gonna be just having random like porno flashbacks. Like, oh my god, I was him.
I'm sorry for laughing.
Like
the way that she said it. It's not what she.
You feel like I'm just gonna be like, and then I'm gonna feel like because you let somebody else do it to you, you gonna let me do it?
Would you want to?
Yeah, I want to. I want to try that. So I just feel like if you let somebody else, you gotta let me. And if you don't let me, then
stupid. But I feel like in that situation, for someone who wants to try, try that would be good for you.
Right. But I can't automatically assume because you're bisexual that you are gonna let me peg you, because that doesn't mean that you're even into that. You might not have ever been penetrated. You might be the one that does the penetration.
True.
And I just don't know if I'm all the way there yet to say yes, I would date a bisexual man. I don't think I want to date a man that is attracted to men. I already got enough trouble worrying about the women. I just
right, and some men be
fine as hell.
Like, so
especially some gay men, and I be like, damn,
yes,
fine. Ooh, and we can't both be like, damn, he fine. Ooh, because like with my boyfriend now, we see a girl, but like, damn, she fine. I'm like, well, oh, she got a fat ass. I'm not gonna feel comfortable doing that with you. As like, oh, damn, he fine. Like, you like, yeah, babe, he fine. Like, I'm looking at his ass, you looking at his ass too. Like, I don't think I'm there on the maturity level yet. I still have some things to learn, and I have some ignorance to bypass. So I don't think that right now I would not date a bisexual man. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I would not. It's nothing like against y'all, nothing. It's just my own personal. I guess you could say the mindset thing still. I have some ignorance here. I've had conversations with my best friend also.
Right.
She not Nia, but my other. She likes what she likes. That's what we say. We don't give her a title. She just like what she likes. If she vibes with you, she'll like you, no matter what you are. So we have plenty of conversations like this, and for me personally, like she said, I can't get past the thought of like, are you the one being penetrated?
Right.
I like my men semi thuggish, and hopefully not down low thuggish.
Right.
Because I feel like, the down low men, just give me a choice.
Right.
Bisexual men who are out there, if I don't know, I can't see myself doing it.
Right.
Like you said, certain things is like, I don't want to be sitting there with my man like, oh, he look good, and we both like he look good.
And we both peeping like, because there's a difference. Like when me and my boyfriend talk a lot, like, oh, that's a nice looking too. Like, yeah, that's a well put together man. Yeah. Like, versus, I'm like, oh, all right,
he look good,
and then you like, oh, all right.
It's a difference.
Like,
it's a difference.
I don't want to alright with you. I want to alright with my girls. So I don't want to alright with you. So, and like the gray sweatpants thing. Like I have a male friend who's bisexual. So like when we be out, he peep men, he peep girls. So I don't know if I would feel comfortable with that. Now I don't know if he does it when he's with his female partners. Mm-hmm. However, I just feel that you kind of can't help it if you're attracted to both. So if a fine looking man walk past you, you're gonna be like, okay. Even if you're not completely out there with it, you might be a little subtle with it. You still gonna peep though, like. Okay.
You want to know another reason why I don't think I can? Because some bisexual men are too feminine for me. Okay. Not all, but you have some, because even like being on social media, TikTok and stuff, the way that they might talk is a little bit too feminine for me.
What do you mean?
Like you know how sometimes gay people, they change the way, like gay guys, they change the way they talk to sound more feminine. Mm-hmm. I will be scrolling on TikTok and they'll say they're bisexual, and they talk like that still. If you talk like, I'm not attracted to women, right? Like in that way sexually. So if you are coming off sounding like a woman and being a little bit too feminine for me, I won't like you because I'm not attracted to women. I'm not attracted to what I am.
I would probably like you more as a friend.
Yes.
Versus, I wouldn't take you seriously, I feel like.
Yeah. Because I'm not attracted to women. So maybe in your mind you're not doing it to be like a woman, but if it seems feminine to me, I wouldn't be attracted to it.
You're right. So she would want her person to have more masculine energy than feminine energy. It's good to have both, but sometimes some people may have more feminine energy than they have masculine energy. Mm-hmm. Like I think I have more masculine energy than I have feminine energy. Okay. So, I can understand that. Like, and it's just like I know a lot of black women who do date bisexual men, and they're usually my black girls who are like into the emo and the goth. They're very open and very loving. However, when we're talking about like even just past histories, I don't know if I would be totally comfortable as my partner having that conversation that you had intercourse with a man versus if you're my friend and you're telling me you had intercourse with a man. It's different when you're talking to your partner and, they're heterosexual, they had intercourse with different women or whatever we're talking. But it's also the thought of you like giving fellatio and things of that nature. I don't feel that I would be totally comfortable with that. And I don't mean to come off as ignorant or anything of that nature, but it's something that I'm not here yet. Mm-hmm. I'm still growing, I'm still maturing, so I don't feel that I would be comfortable, because you could sit there and tell me and I would mask it. I would completely mask it. But internally, I would be, and then I know my family in them too, and I just don't have time.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, like if that's what you like.
But I tell my moms everything. Like my mom knows everything. Mm-hmm. So I know I will, even if I don't mean to tell her, I will slip up and tell her, and I can just hear it now. Like my favorite cousin, she gonna be cool with us. She gonna make her jokes, but she's never gonna judge or whatever the case may be. My mother, she gonna judge. She gonna judge me and you, and I just don't have time for the energy. My mother a little ignorant, y'all, so y'all just gotta work.
No, but I think the older generation period is ignorant when it comes to the LGBTQ.
And it's also kind of like, it's different. Please don't eat me up with this, y'all, but it is different in society for men than it is for women. Like, it is okay for women to be bisexual, and it's not okay for men to be bisexual.
Yes.
Like, and I'm not saying that is what I'm saying. I'm saying this is how society paints it. So I think a lot of people are not comfortable with the idea of men being bisexual, because before it was no such thing. It was like, oh, if you mess with men, then you're gay. That's it.
I think previously I've said something like that, and it's room
and you
for
grow.
Yeah, you grow.
So I think that sometimes that also can cloud judgment of different things. I think family can cloud judgment with dating. Period. Sometimes people don't date who they want to date because of family or friends or whatever the case may be. So I don't think that I will be on the level to date a person who identifies as being bisexual.
I don't think mentally I'm ready for that.
I don't know if I'm gonna be okay with that, because I think that will also touch into an insecurity for me.
Okay.
Because I would be thinking, like, if you cheat on me, would you cheat with both? Like, and I know it goes to say that just because I'm bisexual, though, doesn't mean that, you know, when I'm with a woman, I'm going to cheat on you with a man, or vice versa, whatever.
I feel like anything can happen.
But I know that things happen, and I'm not going to hold you. I would be way more hurt to find out that someone cheated on me with a man. I'm not going to lie to you. I would be way more hurt versus you. Because I don't, it's like,
because you want to know why I think you would be?
I could deal, I don't know, I could deal with a woman, but you want a man, and I just don't have what.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. We're not giving the same thing a man could give.
Right.
As a woman. Like, there's certain things, especially if the bisexual man that we're dating likes to be penetrated.
Right.
There's certain things that, what if you don't want to be
right.
like,
I mean, right. What if she doesn't want to peg you, or whatever the case may be? So, and what if I'm not gonna hold you? I just want to do it to say I've done it. I probably will not be good at it. So,
so it's like you're sitting here like, I can't give you what he can give you, and you cheated on me with him.
So what am I lacking?
Yeah.
And I know they always say, like, if a person cheats, it's not necessarily you, it's a them thing. However, at the same time, there is some people that cheat because they may not feel satisfied in certain elements of their relationship. So, is it something about me?
In that situation, I would think that it is you and him.
Right. So then it would make my insecurities tweak out, because then I'm like, oh my God, I gotta compete with women and men, and it's just, I don't know.
It's hard enough already.
Like, yeah, like I don't think I have the mentality to deal with that, because I feel like in the back of my mind, it would always be there that you could potentially cheat on me with a man. And I'm not saying in a heterosexual relationship that it can't happen, because they are down low men.
It can happen.
And things happen.
But it's like, in our mind, we don't know that.
Exactly. I don't know that you're down low, but I know that you're bisexual, and I chose to be with you knowing that I'm going to have this insecurity. So why would I go ahead and be in a relationship with someone where I know that if you do something that makes me feel uncomfortable, the first thoughts that's going to come to mind is he could be with a man.
I feel like in situations like that, I feel like bisexual people would make the perfect relationship, because they both like both genders. And if they want to explore with extra people in the bedroom, it doesn't matter what gender it is. Y'all can explore with both.
Right.
And have y'all fun.
Right.
That's even like when a woman is bisexual and her man is straight.
Right.
They go on and they have threesomes with multiple women. I had a friend couple. They're not together no more, but it was a couple, and that's what they did. The girl was bisexual. They'll have multiple threesomes, because it's like, why not? I like girls too.
Right. So. And I also know couples where the girl was bisexual, but the man didn't play that at all. I don't care if you're bisexual. I don't want no threesome. I don't want you with no other women. I don't want no, like, so I guess it's just based on, like, what you want and what you feel comfortable with. And I just don't feel that I feel comfortable with that at this moment in time in my life.
Which I don't see any, people will find something wrong with it no matter what. Nowadays, if you don't like something, you're whatever phobic. Right. And it's not that we are. Like I said, we fully support the LGBTQ community. There's just certain things that we have to unlearn. We grew up where certain things weren't normal. Certain things weren't okay.
And honestly, certain things just weren't talked about. Yeah. Because I'm not going to lie, when I lived down south, there was really no such thing as, like, gay. Yeah. And stuff. Like, it's just coming out now. Me growing up, I never heard the word, like, lesbian or anything like that until I moved to New York as a teenager. Okay. And then I found out what the heck a lesbian was, because even if that was, like, somebody in my family who was lesbian, that was, like, their special friend, their longtime friend. So I didn't think nothing of it when I was a kid growing up. Like, okay, you got a friend. That's your friend, and your friend likes male clothing. I like boy clothing when I was growing up, so I didn't think anything different.
Right, they were called tomboys when we were younger.
Right, so, I I didn't start learning more about the community until I moved to New York, which is a way more open place. So there's also that, and then I just started teaching myself more and trying to hang out around people so that I can learn more. However, I still have preferences, and I think I am still entitled to my preferences.
Absolutely.
And I hope that I don't make my choices out of ignorance. I try to be as open as I can. As y'all see, when we had our conversation about men who like to get their ass ate, I said it's a part of sexuality. That's what they like. That's what they want to do. I don't judge men for it. However, I just won't be doing it.
Right.
And it's the same with me dating bisexual men. I do not judge you for it. You do you, boo. You be happy. You are free to love who you want to love.
If that's what you want to do.
However, I don't believe that I will be the love for you. I can be a great friend, support partner, but I feel like I don't think I could date you romantically. Even if we were friends first, I don't know if I could date you romantically because I feel like it'll always be in the back of my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not, like, the more I think about it, I don't see anything wrong with it. If that's what you like. Whatever floats your boat. Like,
exactly. I have friends who are bisexual, and, you know, whatever floats their boat. If they want to date a woman at that time, that's what they date. They want to date a man at that time, so they date. But I also have friends that are bisexual who are dating a woman and cheated with men, and who dated men and cheated with women. So, I mean, it happens. Yeah. It happens a lot. And I would be devastated if I found out I was cheating on with a man. Yeah. I probably wouldn't even want to date no more. I'm not going to lie to you.
No,
I wouldn't want to date anyone.
Because I can't be a man. Like, obviously you was missing something when you was with me. And that's how I would feel. Like, you was missing that masculinity of a man that I could never give. Right. So I will honestly definitely be offended. Like,
oh yeah, my feelings will be very much hurt, very much hurt. I just feel like if you cheated with a woman, and I never justify cheating, but I feel like it's always like if you decide that you're gonna work the relationship out and you talk about it and they tell you whatever. Sometimes people get bored in their relationship. Sometimes you just have lost yourself. I could probably spruce myself up, get my hair done, get my nails done. I don't know.
There's nothing you can do to match a man. Right. And that's why. that's all it is. There's nothing you can do. You can you can gain weight, gain muscle. You can do all that, but there's certain things of a man that you will never be able to be like.
Right, because I don't know what it was that you was looking for. So if you cheated with a man, what exactly led you to cheat with a man? And will you be able to be honest enough with yourself and me to say, I just wanted to be with a man?
Because, okay, if you don't like anal.
Right.
And that's what he wants to do. Because it is a different feeling.
Right.
He'll probably go to a man.
Right.
Or if he wants to be penetrated, and once again, if you're not into pegging, he's gonna, cause it's a different feeling.
Right. And sex is a part of a relationship that people don't like to talk about, but it is necessary. So if you are not,
sex is a huge part.
Right. If you are not satisfying your partner, that will lead them to cheat. And you can always say, "Oh, there's no reason to cheat," which I understand. However, I still also understand like when your needs are not being met, and you have communicated that.
Eventually, you're gonna go looking for
that affection elsewhere,
and that's for anybody.
Yeah, that's what it would. So,
because you have people sexually who'll be like, "Oh, I don't need to fix nothing," and your partner literally is telling you, "Listen, I like it this way,
right?
Or I want to do this,
right? Well, right. I'm tired of doing this one position. Can we try something else?" And you're just like, "No."
Yeah, they're gonna go looking for someone who's gonna let them do whatever,
right? So, I know there's probably a lot of points in this that people will not agree with,
of course,
and this is probably a very controversial topic. However, I just don't think we're there yet.
Yeah, we're not being disrespectful. We're just simply like she said, we're not there yet. We're not mentally there for that yet. We're okay with anybody who is.
Right.
But we're not mentally prepared to handle that yet.
Right.
And it doesn't make us, I don't know what's the term. Yeah, it doesn't make us homophobic at all. Because, once again, do you.
Right.
do you. Like, there's so many videos on TikTok that I see. Because y'all know TikTok is one of the most controversial.
Woo! I did not know how bad TikTok was until she made me make TikTok, and I'll be on there like. Oh,
and it's so bad. Like,
it makes me feel like I'm just a horrible person sometimes because I'm just like, I'm not allowed to not like anything.
Yo, it's so bad that
it's racist as hell too. Like,
TikTok is horrible. Like, horrible. They got a little bit of everything on there.
For real.
Y'all got, like she said, the racists, the homophobic people, the people who want to stand up for the trans community, who's calling us transphobic for not wanting, like,
not dating a trans person. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. And then you have trans women on the app saying, "Oh, we look better than real women," and then it's like, but it's so much.
It's a lot.
It's so much.
It's a lot.
Being on TikTok, it was this guy. He was like, "Why Black women don't like to date bisexual men?"
I seen that.
And then some woman, she duetted it, and then the next video, she was on a date with him. Oh. And it's like, it's not, y'all just, everybody don't have to like you.
And also don't put all Black women in a bubble.
Yeah,
like I said,
and she was a Black woman too.
I know a lot of Black women who do date bisexual men, and there's actually a lot of Black women in the industry also who dates bisexual men.
Yes.
You know, like Black China, her bestie, they also dates bisexual men. There's a lot of Black women who date bisexual men. My women, like I told you, who identify as gothic or emo. My Black women who are like witches also date bisexual men. There's a lot of, and there's just regular us who date bisexual men. It's whatever. Like, it's not nobody don't think a second thing about it. But I also have the right not to date a bisexual man. Just like there's men out there, I know men who do not date bisexual women.
Yeah.
It's just not what they want. I want you to like men and only men, and I want you to like me and only me. I don't care about no threesome. I don't want to deal with none of that. I only want this. And that's just what people want. As long as you're not being ignorant about the community in general, I feel like you should be able to date whoever you want to date.
I think that's where the problem really comes. It's the ignorance that people display.
Right.
When it comes to it.
And then you generalize everybody because one person made one ignorant comment. So now if I don't like this, I'm in that group of people because I don't like it too, even though I have no ignorance towards that. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. I just feel like certain things is just not my cup of tea. You can't say,
I feel like you like just who you like.
You like what you like.
It's okay.
Everything is not rooted in something, I feel like. It's just like Black men who date white women. I don't feel like they hate Black women. I just feel like they date whatever is around. The only time I feel like they hate Black women is when they bashing Black women and then dating white women and uplifting white women for the same thing that Black women actually have. That's when I'm like, okay, you might have some self-hate there, buddy. But
to talk about that, there was a Black man and he was like how where he grew up at, the Black girls didn't like him.
Right.
And in the comments, it was, "Oh, you don't like Black women and blah, blah, blah." And he was like, "That's not what I said. I said they didn't like me.
Right.
So I dated white women."
And I think that's what Jordan Peele said too, because he's
and
like,
even Serena Williams said it.
Yeah, that Black men didn't like her, and the Black men she did date didn't want to commit to her.
Yeah. So I didn't understand what was the big problem with him saying it, because we'll hype up a woman for saying something like that, because yes, Black men do bash women sometimes, but we're not gonna hype up like us Black women don't be like, "Oh, you're not Black enough" sometimes, or depending on where you grow up a certain way. "Oh, you act white." You hear these things.
You did. I heard it all of my life.
Yeah, you hear these things.
White girl.
So
what?
I didn't understand the problem with him saying it.
It's no problem. It's true. And some people grow up in like communities where it's majority white, so that's you might end up dating like a person who is Caucasian. That's what it is. The only time I have a problem with is when you start bashing us, because I ain't do nothing to you.
Right. Not all of us is like that, damn. Like,
and I don't generalize black men either. Not all of y'all is like that. So I'm not gonna sit here and just generalize y'all for no reason. Like, so I just feel like sometimes we this is something that I tell my clients when we're doing therapy sessions. Sometimes we have to stop listening with defensive ears.
Yes.
And just open our listening ears and comprehend. Not just listen, but also comprehend what the person is saying and wait to reply. Stop being so quick to reply.
Yes.
A lot of times y'all just listen to reply and y'all listen to be defensive. And there's been times when I have checked my own self, like, all right, girl, yeah, you didn't catch it. You missed the whole point. Okay, so sometimes we have to just listen and comprehend and stop being so offended on people's preferences. Yeah,
I feel like I said, I have and I'm pretty sure she does, multiple conversations with people in the LGBTQ community. Multiple, because I want to understand y'all. It's not to tell you, ooh, you're not, no, it's nothing like that. It's to understand y'all. So I feel like it should be both ways too. Y'all need to understand us too. Because like she said, growing up, it wasn't so out front like it is now. Right. Which is a beautiful thing.
Right.
But it wasn't like that. So we're still getting used to it.
Right, and it also wasn't a part of like school history either.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people who was a part of that community that helped with a lot of civil rights and a lot of gay movement rights, and I feel like it wasn't taught. So because it wasn't taught, there's a lot of ignorance. And if you look how people grew up, like I grew up with my grandmother, a Southern black woman, and she was Christian, very religious. So when it came to that whole gay thing, best believe she didn't play that.
Yep.
She didn't play that at all, and that was her ignorance. That was the time she grew up.
Yeah.
So I had to recondition myself because I'm like, that's not right. I can't hate somebody because they like their same sex. That's right. That's just whatever they do. That's not none of my business. They ain't hurting me at all. And that's why I also, I talk to different people because it helps you learn and it helps you learn new experiences and see new outlooks. However, I feel like I still have the right to say I don't want to date I don't want to date you.
I feel like if you like men, you like men, you're only going to date men. So I don't see the problem with us saying, we like this and this is what we're going to date.
Right, especially if I don't have no ignorance following it.
Yeah. I don't see the issue with that. It shouldn't be a problem. But like I said, everybody, and you know what's crazy? It don't even mainly be the people in the actual community. It be the heterosexual people that's fighting for
them, yeah.
And making them look bad. And that's what I don't like. Because it's this one girl and she was going hard. And it was just like, why are you going so hard? They're not having an issue.
Right.
Some did. But then you'll see videos of some talking like it's not even that big of a problem for them. So yeah, those be the ones that can be tight. Because it's like, okay, you arguing me down and you're not even in the community.
Right.
You're not even a part of them.
You're an ally.
As long as we respect each other, I don't see no issue.
Right. And I feel like that goes as far as everything.
Yes.
You being Republican, me being independent, you being a Democrat. Like, I feel like that goes for everything. You like interracial dating. You like black love. You only want to date within the Latino community. I feel like there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're not being ignorant about it.
Yes.
And it's the same with like even preferences with light skin. Like, there's a lot of rooted ignorance in that. I preferably like my men darker. I feel like they need a lot more love. And I know what it is like to be bullied for my skin. And I've seen men, I only want to date red bones because I don't like them black D's.
That's where it become a problem.
Versus, I just see a red bone and I just be like, yeah, I like she look nice. I like it. Whatever the case may be. I just feel like we just sometimes have to stop listening with defensive ears. If the person is not saying anything that is rooted into ignorance and that is their preference, is not help hurting anyone, just let them be, y'all. Just let them be.
Stop trying to force people to like what you want them to like.
Right.
It's okay.
Right, and I get it. We're trying to stop a lot of ignorance from older generations. I get it.
Yes.
I do. I wholeheartedly get it because I'm here with y'all. I'm here with to stopping the bull.
No, but seriously, there's someone very close to me, and every time she's talking about a gay person, she calls them the F word. And I know how offensive it is to the community. So I'd be like, yo, can you not? Like, can you not say that? And it's the older generation, because that's what the times they grew up in. Mm-hmm. They grew up calling them that and saying, and of course, they don't know. I'm trying to unteach her.
Some don't care.
Yeah, some don't care.
Some just don't care. And that's just dumb. But we, as we bring our kids up, we're teaching them not to bully and to let everybody be whoever they want to be, as long as they're not hurting you or no one you love. Like, but you also have to let people have their preferences. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. At some points, if that's what
that's the world. That's how it works.
That's what they like. We are not supposed to be one. We are supposed to be different. That's what makes it spicy. We're supposed to be different without ignorance, of course. But at the same time, just some people you gotta let people be.
Yeah, it's okay for someone not to like you. Get someone who do.
Yeah, it's a billion people. So I don't know why y'all be stressed.
That's honestly, just get someone who do, because personally, if I was a part of that community, I wouldn't want to date someone that I know at one point had, like, me meeting them had certain thoughts. Because it will always be in the back of my mind. Like, you have this thought of me.
Right.
And that goes for, like, the trans community, because, they want straight men. They'd be like, oh, why won't you date a trans woman? Some people just don't want to. And it's like, do you really want to date a man who still look at you as a man?
Right.
Because I know I wouldn't.
Right. I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Right, because well, I accept y'all for whoever y'all are, but y'all want to be accepted as women or men, whether you're a trans man, trans woman. Y'all want to be accepted as whatever the gender you believe that
what you are.
Yes.
So, and why would you want to date someone who
second guesses that?
Right. And I guarantee you, when you get into an argument, you gonna be that first gender.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, because it's always in the back of their mind.
Yes.
So, sometimes we just gotta let people be. You can educate them, right? But if they are not speaking in ignorance, just let people be. I mean, it's the same with the argument of men who want to date women with no kids. If they don't have no kids, if that's what they choosing, just let them be, y'all. It's the same with women who want to date men with no kids and they don't have no kids. If that's what they want, just let them be, y'all. Just let people be. Because they not talking in ignorance, just let them be. Really. Y'all be stressing yourselves off.
Seriously, because it's always going to be in the back of your mind, because I dated someone who told me they didn't want to actually commit, because my kid wasn't theirs.
Right.
And honestly, after that, I think that's when we kind of stopped dealing with each other, because it was always in the back of my mind, like, this ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Because my child isn't his.
Right. And some people do grow up and change their mind, like, I don't mind dating. And then some people be hell bent. No. And you gotta understand both sides, because it's not my child at the end of the day. I can't discipline them.
You got to have a kid with a woman who had 2 kids.
Exactly. That's what I said. People change their minds. So at that point in time, you may not be it for them. But as people grow and certain things like that, or sometimes people just catch a vibe with a person and you just so vibed out with them that
nothing matters.
You don't even care. You don't even care. Like, so
I just say give people the choice and just respect whatever decision that they make.
Right.
And
don't be afraid to move on.
Yeah, it's okay.
And if you double back, it's cool.
Right.
But just don't be afraid.
Even us as heterosexual women, we don't always get the men we want. Like,
right.
And we just gotta keep it going. Like,
it is what it is. Like, it's cool.
That's just a part of dating. That's just a part of life. You don't get everything
you want.
Yeah, everybody isn't gonna accept you for who you are. Some people will accept you for who you are. It is what it is.
I'm just saying, because if that's the case, like, I would be dating Everybody Hates Chris, and I'm not. So I just feel like Tyler Williams, I love you. I just feel like, we don't get what we want. So if I'm not getting him, y'all not getting what y'all want. Fuck y'all. I'm just saying, I've been had a crush on him since when he was in that show and everybody was calling him ugly. I was on his body, like, oh, he's...
His brothers look just like him.
All his parents had the same kid, mad times.
Straight like that. All of them.
So I just feel like you just gonna have to hold it down, you know?
But yes, but fully support y'all in all aspects.
For real.
All aspects. I hope that y'all get all the equal rights that we have. I hope everything just happens for y'all the same
way.
way.
Just be naturally happy.
Honestly.
In your own skin. Like, that's just what it is. So I hope y'all don't kill us for it.
We try to be as respectful as we could be because we don't want to offend nobody.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Like, ever. We don't want to offend y'all because, once again, we love y'all.
Right. My favorite cousin is lesbian, so
yeah, like, we love y'all.
So, you know, I have these conversations and I make sure that I do not talk within ignorance. And if I do not know something, I make sure that whoever is in that community corrects me.
Yep.
And I have no problem with being educated at all.
At all. That, and I think that's what people need to open up to. Being educated on it.
Right.
Stop just assuming that you understand and that you know already, because you do not.
You do not know. You don't know even what those people go through. So stop thinking being a know-it-all. It's okay to learn.
Yes. People, be more open-minded.
Seriously.
That's just it. We all just need for that. But yeah. Is that all for today? I think so too. Guys, I know we here every Thursday. Nia, say your line, girl.
So, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and comment, share so your friends engage with us. Once again, we love you guys. We thank you for all the support. And we'll see y'all next Thursday.